I'm just going to do a little series here on small boat navigation. We're going to break down every channel marker and talk about basic navigation one marker at a time, just so you know and fully understand what all the navigation markers are all about. Before we get into navigation, this is the most important thing. I'm going to talk about buoyage direction. Now, what buoyage direction is it's indicating what direction the green and red markers are pointing. Now, green marker is a starboard marker. We put that to the right side of the boat. And red marker is your port marker. You put that to the left hand or the port side of your boat. Really, really simple. But what if you go the other way? Doesn't make any sense. That's why we have something called buoyage direction. Those buoys are laid out in a particular direction, and you'll see this sign on a lot of charts, and even a lot of GPS units that have got navigational maps. They'll actually have this mark as well, and that indicates what direction the buoys are going in. If you're going against that arrow, then the red markers need to go on the right side of the boat and the green markers need to go on the left side of the boat. It's that simple. So how do they determine buoyage direction? It's pretty simple. If you're heading into port, they assume you're going with the buoyage direction. You see, port can be into a river or into a main port, one or the other. So if you're heading into a river, then you'll be going with the buoyage direction. But where it gets confusing is if you enter a bay or an estuary system or a broadwater of some sort before you get into the river, well, in that bay or that estuary system or broadwater, the buoyage direction will point to the nearest major port. So I'm in Queensland, so let's say you live on the Sunshine Coast north of Brisbane and you're in an estuary system. Well, the buoyage direction will point south towards the port of Brisbane. But if you're on the Gold Coast, which is south of Brisbane, and you're in the same or similar estuary system, well, you can't be in the same, you're in a similar estuary system, the buoyage direction will point north towards Brisbane. Yeah, I think that's right. Is that right? Anyway, just look for the arrows and the two dots and you'll be right. So it's a simple case of getting the buoyage direction right, and then you know what side you can pass these lateral markers on. They're called lateral markers, your red and green markers. Your green markers are a triangle, your red markers are a square. So if for some reason the colour fades or something like that, you know, your triangles are your starboard markers and your red markers are your squares. But a real short video, I'm keeping it real simple. Yeah, your red and green markers, just got to know what the buoyage direction is, then you're good to go.